Again, I have experiences from the past that I have as experiences, and they've been marked down in a journal, perhaps. But when it comes to these definitions that we're talking about, I have to admit, like, I didn't even know there was a word for that. And then there's a definition, and have I experienced this? What is psychic? Is that a psychic experience? It's hard because there's so many definitions, and depending on who you talk to, the definition could be different or give you a different feeling of what actually that means. It's so funny being able to look back on my experiences and finding out that there's a name for something that I have psychically experienced. And this is a perfect example. There's so much I receive during a mediumship or psychic sitting that I don't sit and ponder afterwards often enough to categorize what I get in these readings. And sometimes it's so funny. I don't sit and think, is that psychic or is that medium? Because it all just comes to me in such a fluid way that I'm not sitting there dissecting, is that psychic or is that medium? Because I'm caught up in the moment and trying to understand the messaging and passing it along to the sitter, that I don't sit and really think, is this psychic or is this mediumship? Afterwards, I kind of try to dissect what's going on. I think it's natural. You want to understand how this works. But there's so much that I receive in a sitting that it's not until after that I really try to kind of clear out what the hell just happened. But researching this topic, again, makes me aware more fully the experiences I do have and the breadth as well. So during readings, I will get glimpses into events that have transpired. So I tend to visualize with these, and how I characterize it is like a movie, and also very specifically like an old movie. And this is interesting because not only do I see things that line up with a certain time period, like the style of clothes or style of cars, but I also visualize things like photographs and movies of different eras, which is interesting because how I see it usually lines up with how I understand the progression of that technology and how it looked in a certain era. So an old movie, you can kind of tell what era it's from by how it's playing in your head, like how it visually looks.